Hey everybody, it's Dr. Scott. Now I'm back for video number 2 in this series of labs that I do every day on patients that can just really open your mind and blow your mind. It blows my mind every single day of the results that we get. And we can really get down to the root causes. What's the root cause of what's going on in you? These are not labs that you're just going to see in any traditional medical office, unfortunately. So last video, we focused on a couple examples of gut-specific labs. So the stool analysis and the gut barrier panel to diagnose leaky gut syndrome. Today, and I'm going to start sharing my screen right away, I'm going to go over one of my, if not my favorite lab to run because of just the comprehensiveness of what it's showing us. So this is like next level, right? So we have to know what's going on in the gut specifically. Okay, but this is like the next level, and you're going to see why in just a second. Starting out on the first page. So this would be categorized as some people would call this an organic acids test. Now, there's a lot more than just the organic acids, but you're going to see on the summary page here all of the 5 main categories that we look at in regards to your health. So you can see this person. Anywhere you see a red or a yellow circle, that means we need to fix that. We need help in those areas because it's graded on a 0 to 10 scale, 10 being really bad, 0 being perfect. Okay, so this person has high levels of oxidative stress. If you don't know what that means, just think your cells of your body are being killed off. And ruined, and you can't be healthy without healthy cells. And oxidative stress is what's underlying so many chronic illnesses and diseases, and all sorts of just bad stuff. So we need to support our cells with antioxidants and other things. The second column is mitochondrial function. So the mitochondria are inside of your cells, and that's where all energy is produced. Okay, so you need energy to not only feel energized, but to run all systems of your body efficiently and optimally. So if you don't have energy, it might be pulling energy away from your immune system, maybe your respiratory, your cardiovascular, your lymphatic, all of the systems of the body, your hormonal system, your endocrine system, right? So any of those systems might be taking the brunt of you not producing enough energy. Category 3 is inflammation support, specifically your omega imbalance. So if you're full of inflammation, this person has high levels of inflammation in their body. Inflammation is another one of those things that kind of underlies all diseases, right? So we know chronic low-grade inflammation even can really take a huge toll on your health and your body over time. Toxic exposure is the next one. So a lot of heavy metal toxicities and just other things that are toxic in our environment and our food and our water can really overburden our liver, our kidneys, has drastic effects on our health. And the last one is methylation imbalance. Methylation, it's a complicated thing, but basically it's something that's involved in a lot of biological processes in our body that we have to have optimally. Now, if any of you, just as a tidbit here, and you have the MTHFR gene mutations, you're going to have issues with methylation balance. If you have no idea what that is, it's a genetic thing that can cause a lot of issues in your body. And I'm one that I know I have an MTHFR genetic mutation, and I have to deal with that in specific ways. So this is great information to know right off the bat. Now, if we fast forward, this page right here is one that I love, and here's why. It's showing you the levels of vitamins such as antioxidants, other things like glutathione, CoQ10. It's showing your B vitamins and then important minerals like magnesium, manganese, molybdenum, and zinc. Now, here's the fascinating thing. I run across this all the time where people who are really in tune with their health, trying to do the right things, taking a lot of great supplements, and we still see them deficient in the things that even they're supplementing with. Now, why might that be? Let's go back up to the top or go back to last week. If they have a lot of gut issues, leaky gut syndrome, digestive issues, or a lot of oxidative stress, a lot of cellular toxicity, you can take all of the supplements in the world. Your body may not be digesting, may not be absorbing, transporting, and utilizing them. So, really, what it comes down to is you're probably just wasting your money taking these supplements. Or how about this? We invest in finding out what you actually need. We can heal the body. So then, you might not have to take as many things over time, but you're actually going to get the benefit of taking the supplements that you have if you actually heal what's going on. So this person would be a perfect example of the oxidative stress is high. We need to support with some specific antioxidants. We definitely need to support this person with B vitamins. That plays into the methylation thing. Again, too much for today. But your certain B vitamins need to be methylated to be active and usable in your body. So if they're not undergoing that process, or if you aren't taking a methylated B vitamin, you're probably just pooping or peeing it out, and you're not getting your bang for your buck with your supplements. Okay, magnesium, super common to see people deficient in magnesium. Magnesium is just one of those that's so crucial for between 300 and 600 processes in your body. Zinc, big time with immune system. Magnesium, molybdenum are also very important. So, and then you can see the omega-3 profile. We do see some gut issues on this lab too. So you can see this person really needs help with digestive enzymes. They need help with their microbiome. The gut analysis labs, like the stool sample, will show us more detail on what they actually need. But this is showing us a red flag, like we need to evaluate that further if we haven't already. The next thing this shows is an amino acid profile. This person is very, very deficient in a lot of amino acids, which are crucial building blocks for so many things, not just muscle, like a lot of people think, but all sorts of neurotransmitters and things that we need in our body. I'm going to scroll. This page is absolutely fascinating as well. So if you've ever wondered, like with chronic fatigue or you have energy issues, you start at the top here. You're probably dealing with a citric acid cycle issue. Now, all of you guys learned this in high school chemistry or biology. You probably just don't remember it. But basically, you take fat, carbohydrate, and protein in your food. They get broken down and they enter your cells and they go through this process to be turned into energy. So we eat food for energy, right? So, and then vitamins and minerals and nutrients. So anywhere you see yellow or red here, this cycle's being held up. So this person, I guarantee, has some chronic fatigue issues because we see multiple parts of this little cycle that are being held up. Now, the cool thing about this lab, the elementary kind of version of it right here that you see is to get from carbohydrates, for example, to pyruvic acid. You see the little Mg right there? That's magnesium. It needs magnesium to make that conversion. We already know the person is magnesium deficient from the above data. So, of course, there's not enough magnesium to make this conversion. So, we're not going to digest and utilize carbohydrates from our food like we need to. If you go down further into the cycle, there's other places it's being held up. I'll go down to the bottom here to this red one. You need magnesium, you need vitamin B1, you need vitamin B2 and vitamin B3 to make this conversion. So of course it's going to be held up because that person was deficient in all of those things. The little pink or red circle with the arrow, these are heavy metals that might be present in the body that are holding that conversion up. And we will see in a second, this person has a lot of heavy metal toxicity in their body as well. So until you know, again, this is a lot of information, but it's not your job to know all the details. This is the stuff we use in functional medicine instead of guessing or instead of throwing medications or caffeine if you're dealing with chronic fatigue. Let's actually figure out what's going on. And we can actually heal this stuff and turn this around if we know the root causes. Okay. This page is where I really dive in. I mean, all it looks like is a bunch of colors with black dots to you guys, but it's so much information. All of these metabolites, all of these things that are coming out in your urine are telling us part of your story on what's going on. So there's malabsorption markers, there's dysbiosis markers, there's yeast markers, there's neurotransmitters, so brain health markers. There's toxin and detoxification markers. There's energy metabolism markers. There's markers for everything. And it's like we use all of these as little pieces to the puzzle to know what's going on with you. Okay. And I'm going to fast forward again, a lot of information here. I just wanted to show you kind of at the very end here, if it comes up. what an example of a heavy metal. So these are heavy metals. So you see these little black dots that are far in the red. This person has an overload of manganese, copper, let's see what else, tin, some sulfur, calcium issues, some lead, cadmium. So there's a lot of heavy metals that are just burdening the body. The liver is probably being overworked, overtaxed, and that's going to have consequences in other areas of health as well. Okay, so I hope, man, I'll tell you what, I just hope this is just, if nothing else, if all of that felt like a fire hydrant and it's like way over your head, that's fine. Like I said, not your job to know how to interpret and read these labs. That's my job. But the point is when's the last time someone ran a lab like this on you? Like, when's the last time someone looked at this level of complexity? Because blood work does not show the whole story. If you get your blood labs drawn every year, great, keep doing that. But that is like skimming the surface as far as what's going on inside of your body. Okay, so these organic acid labs, the gut labs that I went into last week, are examples of some of the labs I start people with, that we can really put forth a really amazing plan for them to heal over time and to really get to the root causes. Okay, and again, in future videos, I'm going to cover some more specialty labs, some hormone labs, things like that you're going to want to pay attention to as well, because men, women, I mean, all of us, hormones are another level of complexity that you can run some really amazing labs aside from just blood work, because it doesn't tell the whole story. So stay tuned for future videos. I hope you got something out of this one, and just always, always, always email me or DM me. Easy on social media to DM me if you want to set up a free complimentary call with me to go over questions, concerns that you might have to see if functional medicine is the right fit for you. All right, everybody, have a great day. Bye.